I'd like to now show you one of my favorite ways to finish off a short sleeve on a blouse or something, and that is the mock turn-up. This is actually a mock turn-up. What I've done is I have turned up the sleeve, put the hem in, then I've folded a second time like that, stitched it, and now it looks like I have a turn-up there, but it's actually a mock turn-up. And this is what I'd like to show you how to do now. This amount, I've done the one sleeve, I've put it in. I'm going to work on this one now. I've measured that amount there, and I've turned it up that same amount over there. And I've used my little sewing gauge for that. So what I've done is I've just measured like that to make sure that I've got them both the same. And I'm now turning up that amount there. If you're going to do this and it's not in your pattern, it's advisable to lengthen your sleeve by about 1.5 centimeters, because this is total loss out of your sleeve, that amount there, which is about 7, 8 centimeters, and millimeters. Double that gives you 1.5. But often this pattern isn't, let me just take these out and show you. This pattern is very straight. The sleeve here is very straight, but often your sleeve will come in and then you'll have it looking like that. So if I can just explain that. From there it would come in and then it will go out like that, and then this goes up. Now you can't lengthen at the bottom here, it doesn't help. So you'd have to cut your pattern a little bit higher and lengthen it there. Add the 1.5 there. In this case where it's very straight, I could add the 1.5 at the bottom. But be careful if your pattern comes in like that and out. It's very important to then slice your pattern up there, your paper pattern, and put your 1.5 in there, higher up, so that you can get the length. Okay, so now I'm just going to pin this up again, and this is so easy, and the finish is beautiful. You'll find this often in men's short sleeve shirts that are bought. I'll check the length in a minute. I think that it's more or less creased in from our previous pinning. So I've got that gauge. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so once you've turned it once, all you're going to do now is you're going to turn it a second time and fold it on top of that fold line. So I'm just folding it there and I'm encasing that raw seam. Okay, now I'm just going to use, I need to change my thread quickly. I'm just going to use the foot of my machine as a guide so that I get a nice even turn up look. I'll leave the navy underneath so that you can see the stitching when I show you the other side. This side will be on the right side. So I'm using my foot right on the edge there. Just going on top of the previous stitches so that I don't have to back stitch. This fabric is fairly firm, but if you're doing this on a lighter fabric, it could pucker it up. Now when I turn that back, you can't see the navy because it's there underneath. Normally, of course, I wouldn't have it there, but there you have a beautiful mock turn-up cuff. I also like to do my mock turn-up like this on trousers. So So there it is. I've done these on the bottom of trousers, exactly the same thing. And it's so neat because your raw edges are tucked away inside there. And I really like to do that at the bottom of my trousers.